Hey everyone, Brad from Circular Drone here. I've got the Bug 16 Pro, the MJX Bug 16 Pro 4K foldable camera. This has a 3-axis gimbal. It does shoot 4K video. You can see here 4K, electronic image stabilization, 3-axis gimbal, downward vision sensor, GPS and map, and 5G Wi-Fi. So this should be a pretty decent drone. We'll check it out and see how it goes. So I'm going to do a quick unboxing. Go ahead and open this up. You can see some damage here. This came from Banggood, so, and all it was like in a plastic bag basically. So it didn't have much protection getting here. Pretty beat up. Anyway, we'll just open this up. First thing you have is a nice carrying case here. Not super solid, but good enough. We'll get it out of the cellophane. So you got a nice gray carrying case here. Not too shabby, really. It's got a nice handle on it. So we'll go ahead and open it up. So we got some foam on top here. So we got I got the 2 battery version. So you have the battery here, foam protection on it. So you can see it's got three levels of chargeness on it already, so that's pretty cool. These are 11.4 volt 3200 milliamp batteries. So there's one battery. Here's the charger. Got your little folding arms to come down, antennas, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but oh, there is a wire in this left-hand antenna right here, so that's good. Your on-off switch, unlock the motors. That's a fake gimbal roller right there, and then you got your gimbal up and down over here. You got your GPS on and off. And then your phone holder here. So not too bad. And it's got the nice little LCD screen here, so you can see your telemetry. And this takes 2 AA batteries, so it's not a rechargeable controller, which is kind of a bummer. But yeah, there's your controller. Your extra battery. Up here in the top of the case, looks like you get some cables here. Yeah, you get a USB-A to USB-C cable, USB-C to USB-C cable, and a little screwdriver. Not too bad. That's for taking the props off and on. Looks like you get some extra props here. Looks like it might be a full set. Feels like a full set there. You get some documentation here. Looks like probably a beginner's guide, user guide. Yeah, user guide, quick start guide. I get some nice little stickers too. There you go. I wonder if they'll fit on there. I'll have to try that out. So there you go. There's that. And then here is the MJX Bugs 16 Pro. Take it out of the case here. As you can see, it's an elongated drone. It kind of looks like Paranafi. just a little bit bigger. There's your second battery. See, it kind of looks like maybe a Mrc Pro meets a Paranafi. Alright, so got your gimbal cover here. Let's see how we take this thing off. Well, it doesn't really say. It's kind of remove the gimbal clamp before powering. Okay, so I'll take this sticker off here. Kind of shows, there we go, squeeze it. There we go, and there's that 4K camera. It's got a little lens protector on it. I'll go ahead and take that off. So this does shoot in 4K 30. And these sensor eyes are fake. It does not have obstacle avoidance or anything like that. This drone does take an SD card. I believe that's over here. There's a little sticker over there. It says to use a class 10 or above, and I think the highest you can go on this is a 32 gigabyte. Oh, there's the slot right there. It's underneath that joint right there. I was like, where the hell is the slot? So I have a 32 gigabyte card right here. Let me see if I can get that thing in there. There we go. Yep, there it goes right there. Cool, so we can shoot video and pictures to the SD card. I think they recommend 32 gigabyte FAT32 formatted card. So yeah, that was a quick unboxing. I mean, you got your nice case, you got a controller, you got 2 batteries, you got your documentation, some stickers. So let's go ahead and get this beast charged up. The app this thing uses is the, let me look on the box real quick. It's the Mrc Pro App. So we'll take a look at that. So your battery just slides right in as such. And I'm sure this is over 250 grams, so let me get my scale out here. Make sure it's zeroed out. Go ahead and put it on there. Yeah, it's 620 grams. So yeah, this is going to require a FAA sticker. We'll go ahead and get this thing charged up and connected to my phone and take it out for a little run. All right, thanks. All right, let's do a quick overview of the Mrc Pro app for the MJX Bugs 16 Pro. You can see it's the Mrc Pro. Go ahead and click on that. This is where it actually starts. The nice panorama there. You can select your language up in the left-hand corner. Hit start. It shows you all the introduction for beginner stuff. Click next, and then it shows you a nice overview of all the different parts of the app. So we'll go ahead and hit click, and now we're in the Fpv screen of the drone itself. So let's start on the left. The first icon right there is your multifunctions, the follow me, orbit, flight, and headless mode. Then you have below that return to home and automatic takeoff, and then you have your map down in the lower left hand corner there. And then you have going across here, you have your distance, your height, and your speed, and then you have a little zoom icon there, and then you have on the very right you have your camera settings. So there you can change from 4K to 1080p. So we'll go ahead and leave it 4K. Then you can go ahead and change your different camera settings here, your ISO, your white balance, saturation, brightness, all that good stuff. And here you can format your SD card, again, they recommend a 32 gigabyte SD card, high speed. So we'll get out of that. And then we'll go up into the settings. And up here you can change your max flight altitude. I went ahead and see, I'm not sure if turning it off or on, that makes no sense. Anyway, I maxed them out. I guess we'll leave them off. And then set my orbit to 30 and my return home altitude to 40. And here you can also do your compass calibration and your gyro calibration. And you click on the next thing down. On other reviewers' things, I've seen that this was all in Chinese, but in mine you can see it's a mix of Chinese and English. So it kind of shows the status of the drone, which is pretty cool. And it looks like you can do, I'm not sure what that says down below, but where it says calibration, you can do a gyro or a gimbal calibration. Or below that, it looks like you can do a manual gimbal calibration. I did do a gimbal calibration with the calibration button. I've already done that, so I'm not going to mess with that now. And then at the bottom on flight log. So then when you change anything, you just have to confirm your settings are okay. So there's just a quick overview of the app. And let's go flying. Hey everyone, Brad from Circling the Drone here. I've got the MJX Bugs 16 Pro out here at the lake at the Buck Rackadani, and as you can see, it's a nice overcast day, which kind of sucks. It was supposed to be sunny, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, we've got the MJX Bugs 16 Pro out here at the lake. We're gonna do our initial flight. Before I take off, I wanted to show you guys something with the app. There's actually, let me go into the settings here. They did an update yesterday on the app, and we'll go into the status. Now you can see that everything's in English. Shows everything's good. So now you can do a gimbal gyroscope calibration, and you can also do a gimbal roll adjust, manual adjust of the gimbal. So that's pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and get out of that. And yeah, this is my initial flight, so I just wanted to get this bird in the air and see what it can do. So we'll go ahead and unlock it. We'll hit the auto takeoff. Go ahead and start recording video. Let me make sure I'm in 4K. You see it drifting off. It's supposed to have optical flow to hold its position, but you can see that it's drifted off of the pad there quite a bit, and it's still drifting. Take it up a little bit here. It's pretty steady. It's holding position pretty good now. I've got 12 satellites. Gimbal looks really good, nice and level. I have it in low speed right now. I just want to take it out and see how this thing feels. Flies pretty good. Again, this is the MJX Bugs 16 Pro. There's a little bit of a a lag in the controls. Like when you go to do something, like with turn it, or there's just a tiny bit of lag. This isn't the best day for, definitely not for a camera test. But as you can see, that horizon is pretty darn steady, pretty darn level. I've got it in low speed right now. There's the dock. People taking their boats out today for do some fishing. Take it up a little bit here. FPV's looking good too. I haven't had any breakup. I mean, this isn't it's not a long-range drone by any means, but it's looking good. Drop that gimbal down. Video's nice and steady, at least from the FPV point of view here. Yeah, not bad. Not bad for a budget drone. That 3-axis gimbal's working pretty damn good. You can see how foggy it is out here. I'll just stop right there and do a little pan around. It was supposed to be sunny this morning, but you know how the weatherman is. Yeah, there's like a little bit of a lag in the controls. When you go to input anything, it kind of takes a while for it to respond. It's looking good though. Not bad. You see, I'm off the controls right there and it's drifting. There's not barely any kind of a breeze today. Okay, so I mean it flies pretty damn good. Let's bring it back in and we'll try some of the. It's got very limited smart functions like follow me or anything. It has follow me, and it has circle, and that's about it. I think they're all waypoints too, maybe. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this thing so far. It flies pretty damn good. So let's do drop the gimbal down. We'll go into the functions, multi-functions over here. Yeah, you see it has follow me, orbit, flight, and headless mode. That's all it has. So let's do follow me. Alright, so now it should be following me. Well, following the controller actually. It's a GPS follow. Yeah, and I can see on my FPV screen that it's following me. So yeah, let me go over this way. Oh. I think it lost me there. Let's get out of that. I'm getting a little close to that tree over there. Again, I have this in low speed mode. Alright, I'm out of follow me now, so let's bring it down a little bit. And let me see what orbit is about here. An orbit flight drone will rotate clockwise use as a default orbit point is set 5 meters away from front of the drone. Okay, so let me go out here. Get out of that. Let me go out here to this bush. Where there's no trees or anything around. FPV's looking pretty damn good. I've seen other videos where there's a lot of breakup and lag, but I mean there is a little bit of lag in the controls. So let's try to do a orbit around this bush right here. See what happens. Okay, so it's going out. Huh. Okay, so it sort of is doing a orbit around that bush, but a little bit off center. Alright, I'll go ahead and get out of that. So that works. Sort of. Let's bring it back over this way. I mean, it does handle fairly well. Now, let me try out the let me turn toward the dock and do a try out the zoom. This says I think 50 times zoom, and it actually does record the zoom from what I've seen. Let's turn toward the dock there. There's it zooming in. See that van? There's 50 times zoom right there. Go ahead and bring it back out. All right. So let's turn it back toward us, or me, I should say. There's no one else here, but well, you guys are here. And by the way, thanks for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Let's check out the map. You can actually, I guess it's not gonna. It did load the map up at my house, but I guess, I don't know, it's maybe, I should have service out here, but no, I do have Do Not Disturb on, maybe that's why. Alright, so let me throw it into sport mode. And by doing how you do that, there's a button right here. Hopefully you can see this. Hold that down, and then it goes into sport mode, high speed. Yeah, so it's significantly faster in sport mode. Takes a while for it to slow down. So be careful of that. If there's trees and stuff around, you don't want to smash into a tree. But you can control the yaw still pretty good. I don't have full stick into it, but here's full stick forward on this. Yeah, pretty nice. I mean, it's not a bad drone at all. I mean, it's not a long distance flyer for sure, but let me see how far we can get it out before we start getting some FPV breakup. You can see how crappy it is today. Ooh, nasty out there. I don't want to go too much farther than that. We're 300 meters right there, and I still have pretty good FPV. You can see how foggy it is. So we'll bring it on back. Well, there's 300 meters right there, and I still have pretty good FPV. I feel like it could go a little bit further, but with that fog, I can't see anything anyway, so it's kind of pointless. Bring it on back this way. Next thing I want to try out is, I mean, you can see it flies pretty damn good. And FPV is pretty good, and that's all dependent on your phone too. I have a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, and I've seen a lot of other reviewers use iPhones. I don't know if that makes a big difference or not, but yeah, I mean, so far so good with everything. FPV is good, Follow Me's good, Orbit's all right. So okay, let's try. Let's take it out a little bit and do a return to home. And that should be a good initial flight test. I wish it would have been a little bit more sunny. So I'll go ahead and I'll hit return to home on the app. Slide to return to home. And it's going up to I think I have it set for like 30 meters or 35 meters, something like that. So you see it just comes backwards, it doesn't change orientation. I can control the gimbal here, we'll drop it down. It doesn't go all the way down to 90 degrees, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. So I can't really look down and see my landing pad. So we'll bring the gimbal back up. See that nice fog. So we're doing a return to home right here. It's landing. It's pretty far off, but this isn't a high-priced drone by any means. So you can see the MJX Bugs 16 Pro coming down. And there's the landing pad over there, and there's the drone. And it's cutting a little bit of grass there. Alright. I would say that is a successful first flight with the MJX Bugs 16 Pro. I'm impressed with it, actually. I've seen some other videos and I was Wasn't really, I was kind of nervous about this thing, but it actually flies pretty good. And if the sun was out, I think that camera would probably take some pretty damn good video. So hey everyone, thanks for watching my first flight with this drone, the MJX Bugs 16 Pro. It's Brad for Starting a Drone. Take care.